don't know why this thing's shutting off. I really wanted to get that shot. I gotta go around a few more times, so it's all good. Let me somewhat explain how this process works. So you can get any template you want. Have them CNC, any shape out. Anytime we have ovals, which surprisingly I've done 6, 7 of them. Usually you can do it in one sheet, so we can just pretend this is one sheet for argument's sake. Have them cut your size out. Make it big enough where you got some meat in here. Now obviously if it's a full sheet, that's not an issue. And then you take, this is a 2 flute, just a pattern bit with a ball bearing on it. So you start to make cuts, and this ball bearing follows this. Now this is 1/2 inch, 3/4 be a lot easier. The first cut I had to take a pretty healthy cut to get down to that ball bearing, but if it was 3/4 inches thick, I could have done whatever. So you follow that pattern around, keeping your pressure on the inside obviously, and you just take a series of cuts all the way around as deep as you can. Now right now that ball bearing is down to this point, so I can't go any farther. So now what I'm going to do, now that I've established my oval, I'll remove my template. I'll take a jigsaw, which this is 1.5 inches. It's going to cut fairly well, and I'm going to run that jigsaw right down the middle of that, leaving, I wish I had a pencil on me right now, leaving the meat on the inside. So I'm going to cut closer to the outside, try to stay in the middle. That way you don't have to take off too much on your next pass. So now the next pass, let's get to it when we get to it. Now we're cut, we're rough cut, and like I was saying earlier, you want to stay close to the inside. I think I said outside earlier. You want to stay closer to the inside so there's less meat to take off with your flush trim, especially where the end grain comes, because this is where it really likes to blow out. So the less material you can take off now, the less work your flush trim has to do. Now I'll put a brand new blade on now, and I'll come back, and wherever it's big, wherever there's a lot, I'll come through, I'll just start shaving it off to even lessen the work on that router. So it's pretty consistent all the way through. I'll come through, I'll hit a little bit there, wherever it gets big, and especially the outsides, because it likes to chatter. And I don't have the best flush trim bits, which I need to go just buy a really good set of spiral cuts, because I'll show you the ones I got if I can find them. Okay, so these are it's a 1/2 inch shank, but it's just a straight flute. Ideally I need to buy something that has a spiral bit. It's no difference between a planer head that has knives versus a helical head. It's just less of a cut, and it's just so much smoother. But I say every time I do this, I'm just going to order one. I never do. It's probably $100 for a really good one, and it'll last forever. So I'm going to trim a little bit more, and then I'm going to run that on there. Several knot holes in the bottom that were pretty good size, so I want to make sure they're stabilized. This was huge. That was a crater. Nothing seems to be dripping underneath and draw that stuff down, but it's going to be totally fine. That's it. Mama's got a nail appointment at 6, so I said I'll be home so you can go to that. I'm sure she's ready for a break. All right, let's shut this thing out. Beautiful day already. Just a glorious day. I am headed down to my hometown, Taylorville, Illinois. Graduated there in 07. I left there 10 years ago, whatever year that was, to move to Peoria. There's a shop opening up. They own a really, really cool business down here of furniture and reclaimed stuff. And they bought a couple more buildings on the square, and they wanted a display table. So I'm taking this walnut tall top table down there, get it delivered and get it to them. That's it. Got a couple other stops to make, but for the most part, that's the rundown. And here we go. I can't help it, Lord. I'm sinning every day. I need your help and I pray. Amen. I'm climbing to the top of that mountain. I'm trying to find you, God. Yeah, just something. Oh, we're on the way here.
Yours out from underneath it, you can have it back. You're out. You're clear.
Good call on the higher one.
All right, I just need 10 more like it now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's a verbal contract. Right here's where they drug the horse. I'll tell you about that later. Huh. Crazy.
Was he here working on this, Tim? No. Well, he just left it. Oh, that's how you left it? I thought he was there. Let you go first.
Look at that. Huh. Got some trees. Hold the building up. What'd you say? These came out of the courthouse?
Yeah, we believe the trees are probably 200 years old. The courthouse was non-existent at the time. We believe we cut them down.
Nah, they got a 6x in there. They're good. Now, HVAC guy of mine, he quoted me for just a, furnace. I hate to haul that thing around.
So you got the Mavic, was it?
Hey,
Hey,
nice to meet you.
good to meet you.
Thanks for the tour.
Thank you for everything.
Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet
Put you on the vlog, don't worry.
Yeah.
What a great day. It's fun sitting there talking to them. They're pretty techie. They do a lot of video. Just sitting there talking GoPro with someone and video and marketing. Usually, like I said, you're the outsider and people are like, why the hell? What's going on here? But that was pretty cool. I'm going to park here. I'm going to fly my drone a little bit. And we'll go home. Oh, I got to go to Decatur. Now I can't go in, but I'm gonna go to Grandma's window and just say hi. They had a little bit of COVID outbreak, so that's all right though. We don't need anyone getting sick. We'll go to the window and say hi.
Hello, Mr. Jeff.
Hey, Grandma, how you doing?
I'm doing much better today than I did yesterday.
Are ya?
Yes.
What? Well, that's good.
No.
Peek through your window. They've got a weird schedule, so I said, well, I'll just come by and tap on the window here. Try to get a shot of you here before I go. It's just so glary. Anyways, call whenever you want.
I'll hang in there, Jeff.
Love you too. See ya. See you, Glenn. Bye, Grandma. Here to get an axle for Newstead.
6 1/4 from here to here.
Right.
This one's 6 1/4, but is bigger here.
I'm sure glad you guys can get those in fast. I mean, I called.
Yes.
I'm gonna put these on my seat. So they're pretty sore today, and I knew they would be when I felt it. I was like, oh, I don't know how that thing didn't tear off the bone. the last thing I need. Oh man, if I'm going this far.
Got it? Yeah. And I'll go make the ticket for
Awesome. I'll pull around for you. When you buy a new axle, all new bushings, what's another 120 on springs? I think that's enough for today. I had to go get some emergency Subway earlier. I was so hungry. Driving all day sucks. It always wears me out. So I'm gonna shut her up about 4 o'clock. Go home and relax a little bit. See ya.